Hello, and welcome to part, I believe, 37 of Let's Play Eric the Unready. And, if you'll notice, I actually restored back to the book part because I think I did something wrong there. And, I'll demonstrate why. So when you go north to the library, examine the list. So we want setting up Sodom and Gomorrah. So read book. Oh, got an interrupting phone call. Yada yada. Okay. So when you read the book, Setting Up Spa from Agora, Climbing the Mountain, the book jacket says that it contains a ritual that will make a golden stairway appear, thereby making it possible to ascend to the very peak of the Mountain of the Gods. Intrigued, you debate with yourself whether to continue reading. Read book. The blurb on the inside jacket cover says, the first book to reveal the step-by-step details on how to summon the golden stairway to the peak of Mount Spa. Rad book. Read book. You turn the page to the table of contents, it contains a detailed breakdown of the chapters in the book. Oops, I forgot. You can't press... give me control. So you can't press 13 to do stuff, sorry, F3 to go do stuff again. So you have to type in read book again. You turn the page, published by Oracle Books, a subsidiary of Omniscient Works. The information contained in this book is entered the public domain and is no longer protected by the copyright laws of any jurisdiction. Read book. You turn the page, preface. Read book. You turn the page, author's acknowledgements. Read book. You turn the page, list of illustrations. Read book. You turn the page, translator's introduction. Read book. Guide to pronunciation. Read book. You turn the page, Chapter 1, the Sacred Ritual. At last you are ready. When you turn the page, the secrets of the sacred ritual will be revealed in step-by-step instructions. You are about to become one of the few, the chosen, the initiates. The library book suddenly disappears. And that's what happens when you run out of time with the book. So we're actually going to restore... and to save time, we're restoring my 19th save. See, it's good that I kept on saving new ones. And I'm actually going to do something now. Actually, I want control. See if I examine the bulletin board. Call 1-800-DOMINUS. Takes forever for them to actually get here, so I'm going to order it now. Thank you for calling Dominus. We'll be right over. Bye. Okay. So north. Examine list. There we go. We get the book. So now, when we go to the scriptorium, we give the book to this guy. The original disappears somewhere in the back. It, of course, will go back to the library. Meanwhile, we have a copy that's not going to go back. So let's read book. You flip past the opening pages and get right to the good stuff. Ritual for causing the golden stair to appear. First, prepare thyself by wearing the sacred costume of Og, and by smearing thy cheeks with woad, that thou might seemeth pleasing in the eyes of the great god Otis. Hence why I needed that woad, and that costume earlier. Then, whilst holding a copy of the sacred ritual, shalt thou perform these actions in sequence, remembering all the while that a departure from the correct order shall taketh thee back to square one. Here, then, are the steps of the ritual. First, whilst in the Agora, stand upon the holy egg of oblivion, so that memories of all gods other than the great god Otis shall be erased from thy mind. Second, partake of a live slime wig, the animal most sacred to the compassionate god Otis. We don't have the egg yet, but we have the slime wig. Third, turn around that thou might be seen from all sides by the all-seeing, all-knowing god Otis. Fourth, turn around again in case Otis wasn't watching the first time. Fifth, and finally, thou must squawk like a chicken, for this, above all others, is the noise most pleasing to Otis, the great and powerful. Richard leans back and says, Ricky, doing his homework. Hey, what an annoying specimen. So now, I'm going to save over 20th one here. So now we have to repeat some of the stuff I did before. Such a shame. Meanwhile, we're waiting for our cake. I'm not sure if I have to be in this room and if I just have to wait until it arrives. But till then, we are going back to the Agora. This is where I, of course, summon the ladder. And get a note. Take note. South. Let's get control. Give note to Cleo. Yada yada. I have to do some waiting. Wait. Morty takes us into the office. Oh shoot, I was supposed to give him a note. Sorry about that. Undo. Yes, the delicious undo tactic. Give note to Morty. Now we head east. Take road. North. Load. Take note. South. Give note to Cleo. Receptionist speaks to her headset. I'm sorry, we're not allowed to give hints on this line. I suggest you call 1-900-PRO-CLUE. I wonder if that's where you get clues for this game. Old adventure games always had, like, helplines to help you out, because you're inevitably gonna get stuck. Alright. Lose the weight, honey. They'll come back above the moon. Severely overweight goddess. I should read more of these, but I'm like skipping through this because you've seen it all before. Give note to Morty. Quetzalcoatl. East. Take costume. East. Now, we really want that cake. So, it takes forever, and I mean forever to arrive. So, when you order it, you have to wait like 15 times. But, because in perfect sequence, I did all that, he comes. It's halftime at the Ragnarok Bowl. We're flooded with orders. He hands you a cake and then leaves. Now, the reason we want a cake, if you recall, it is the god of the North Wind's birthday. I believe it was mentioned in our dialogue. It was a week ago for me, so I think I got into that conversation with him, and he told me in his dialogue, and then later it was mentioned by Morty as well. North. So, this is the home of the god of the North Wind. Icicles hang from the ceiling, the god himself is pacing back and forth and mumbling to himself. Now first we have to light the cake. To do so, we have the dragon. And remember how I was like, why do we have control of the dragon's tail? This is why. When you pull the dragon's tail, his mouth opens and a stream of fire comes out. Then, I can light the cake. Light candles with dragon. You hold the dragon over the candles, and the spray of fire ignites them all. The god of the North Wind grabs the offering and cries in delight, "For me, how thoughtful of you!" He closes his eyes and makes a wish. We're wondering at a time. Then he sucks in his breath and unleashes a blast of wind that not only extinguishes the candles, but uproots them from the cake and carries them flying down the hillside on the frigid steam of air, and that freezes anything in its path. You'll see why I did that next time. See ya!